Well, first off, appreciate you all coming out. Without you all, our football team and our university wouldn't get any coverage. So much appreciation to the media. We love that you all come out and support, show our fans what we got coming. Always first day is always an enthused time. Kids came out with a lot of energy, juice. Very excited. Still got a lot of work to do, but I was very pleased with our guys pushing through the elements. It was quite humid this morning, and really the guys and the leadership showed up where it needed to be, but we still got a long way to go. With that, I'll open up for questions. No questions? We're good.
I didn't feel that you talked so much, you've had media days and all these different press conferences, but now you're finally on the field with the guys. How did it feel first day?
It was great. Like I say, that's the main part of camp is to kind of get some continuity, get some bonding and connection, find out who's going to push through the elements, who's going to become a leader and be that vocal piece on both sides of the ball that you need. Our coaches getting on the same page with one another, just the transitions and intensity and the attention to detail that's required for us to be successful, I thought was a good first day. We still got a long way to go from that standpoint, but we kind of slacked off as practice went on. I think the break helped us to regain our focus, and like I say, I appreciate the kids for finishing through those elements.
What's your message to your team about this time of year? What's kind of the start of camp, start of practice message?
Yeah, our theme this camp has been habits, creating great habits, on and off the football field, being on time, making sure we develop mental and physical toughness, and connecting as an entire organization. So those were the three bullet points for our goals to get through camp. If we can connect and grow closer together, if we can learn the habits of how to be a pro, how to do a walkthrough, how important it is in film study to pay attention, to not fall asleep, and just get every single detail that we can from every unit, then we're going to move in the right direction.
Just like anywhere, you have to hit the ground running, but I feel like you had to do that more so than a lot of people, and it was a fast start for you. How do you feel like it's gone since that point?
It's going fine. It takes what it takes. We don't create any excuses. Think our coaches did an outstanding job from spring to transition into summer to acquiring new players, and now we got a new team, and now we got to get this team ready to play on August 31st. But we're trying to keep the main thing, and that's just each day. So the rest of the day we got meetings and walkthroughs, got to make sure we're locked in there, and then we'll transition in tomorrow.
You mentioned it a little bit. The coaches have gone out, done the work, gotten some players to come here. So these transfer players, you have a lot on the roster. How can that be beneficial for you this fall?
It's beneficial because we brought in competition. I feel like we got competition at every single position. We really don't have a quote-unquote depth chart. We call it a rep chart. We're going to try to provide reps for the entire team so we can develop, evaluate, and then identify who's going to win those starting jobs. And it all starts with how you do everything. Are you making mistakes? Do you play clean football? Do you make the checks? Can you secure the football? Who can we trust with the ball? And then it's up to the coaches to evaluate what has processed and then put our players in the best situation and provide the players touches that warrant those touches by what they do on the field.
You mentioned getting the team ready for August 31st. What does it do for your team to start with, such a well-known program that's right up the road?
Oh, it's great for our program. Coach Key's done a tremendous job there. Got much respect for him. He kind of comes out of the same Saban, Coach Smart tree, so I understand they're going to work just like we are. And we're just really going to focus on today and make sure we keep the main thing.
Coach, so much has been garnered together in the team that you see and the recruiting. How much do you look forward to just getting down to the X's and O's?
I feel like the X's and O's will take care of itself with time. We're still in a install mode, so there's a lot being thrown at our kids, so they're going to make mistakes because we're going to throw a lot at them and challenge them in that way because we're preparing to see multiple things. So we got to prepare our defense for certain things, and our defense has to prepare our offense for certain things. So it's a team approach. My main thing with the new team is making sure we get connected, know one another, know each other's whys, so we can build upon that and make sure we're playing for our brother, know why we're playing for our brother.
You're a pretty crowded quarterback with the 5 on the roster. What does a player have to do to, or what are you looking for in that starter to earn that position to be the starter heading into that contest? What are some things they're gonna have to show you?
Yeah, definitely making the correct reads in the passing game, checking to the correct run in the run game. Then how do you lead the offense? How do you respond to adverse times? Because that's all, as we all know, that's one of the toughest positions in football. Just looking for how they respond, how they lead, who can grow and minimize mistakes and play clean football. At the end of the day, we got enough players. We'll kind of wind things down and tie things up when necessary, but right now we want to challenge their minds, and eventually we'll get to just some basics and kind of evaluate who's going to put us in that best situation to lead this football team. And it may be more than one quarterback. I don't know that. So it's a evaluation process every single day. We look at every single rep. And, I like to see that our quarterbacks have taken the bull by the horn, so to speak, with meeting extra. And, you see them in the building just as much as coaches. So I am encouraged by seeing that.
Has anyone or two of them stood out so far?
I wouldn't say nobody stood out. They're all working really hard and trying to grasp the offense. And it's going to be a day-to-day it's going to be a day-to-day evaluation tool, and you can't get too high, can't get too low. You just got to find the quarterback or quarterbacks that's going to be consistent.
You could hear Coach Chaney's voice from the parking lots
Mm-hmm.
this morning. What does it mean for you to have? What does it mean for you and this team to have someone like him on this staff with so much experience like that?
I think him, Coach Jackson, provide a wealth of knowledge, experience. They know exactly what championship football looks like. They know what it sounds like, and when things aren't done correctly, that's what Chaney's job is. And we want to get it more contagious with some of our other coaches. And I think with him taking the lead with that, the way we split practice, it allows our other coaches to kind of have their voice too. But I'm very appreciative of Coach Chaney, and I know he's going to do a fine job.
You've been a part of a lot of fall practices in different places. Things can be taken with a grain of salt, but what for you and this staff constitutes a successful fall camp?
Just like I said, we're going to grow and connect as a team, make sure the entire organization knows each other's whys, make sure we develop those habits of being on time, being punctual, how to do a walkthrough, take notes in meetings, how to watch film, and then ultimately, how do we develop mental and physical toughness? So if we can check the box on all three of those things that we started the theme out for last night in our team meeting, then it'll be a successful camp.
Where quarterback, one can be on the field at the time in the game, usually there's a lot of running backs, quality depth of running backs, and those guys might all get to see the field in some form. There's like the depth there and the competition, they all end up playing a role in the ball.
Oh, yes, sir. I do like the running back room. It's definitely improved, and it's really good competition there. I don't think we lose a whole lot when one running back goes out and another one comes in. It's just learning and growing the offense, learning the details. Then we got to find some continuity up front. We work a lot of different groups, so we're not really worried about the continuity so much right now. We're just really trying to get evaluation and reps and allow these guys to play football and talk and push through the heat and just develop our mental and physical toughness through these elements.
One of the mottos of camp has been get 1% better every day.
Mm-hmm.
I know when it comes to something like that, it may be a little hard, but could you define what you mean by that as a coach, getting 1% better every single day?
Yeah, so if I made whatever mistake I made the previous day, if I can correct that one mistake, that's at least 1% better, because there are going to be some recall plays, situations. If I can not make that same mistake if I made one the prior day, then you got 1% better.
Made some additions on the defensive side that are not new to football, but new to Georgia State. You've been having a fair amount of seniors coming in from transfer portal.
Yeah, that's going to be up to Coach Scherer to kind of get everyone on the same page, get in a routine, establishing our practice habits, calls, and it goes back to the same thing. How do we watch film? How do we maximize our walkthroughs? Just learn the details, checks with the evolving offenses and what we're going to see in our schedule. Our defense has to be able to adapt and communicate, and just taking those fundamental baby steps in that process. Coach Scherer has a plan with that, and just really eager to see how they grow. And it's the same thing, like finding the 11 that's going to start and find those other 11 role players and then finding those guys' role through camp.
Talk about Coach Jackson, just the short time he's been here already, just the influence he's had on you, kind of how to learn how to delegate things after the first time.
Yeah, Coach Jackson has been a voice. I definitely ask him things. He definitely gives me feedback when needed. Like I said, I'm very grateful to have him. He actually did a presentation yesterday about 2-minute offense. Coming from the NFL, we're going to have the new 2-minute warning. So we had about an hour seminar kind of on philosophical thoughts and moving forward, how can we get better for those situations.